All right, guys, what is Gucci? What's going on? I know what's going on. You guys are trying to long bearish markets. That's what's going on. You know, I look at what I've done, 700 videos, 4 live streams a week, almost 2 years in a row, market reviews twice a week. I give my bias all the time. So I think to myself, man, John, you know, you've done it all, man. You know, your students got funded, so you decided to get funded too. So now we're all funded. You're giving out the sauce. You give it out for free. And I got like 3 of you guys that are long in today. You know, I'm an absolute fucking disappointment as a mentor. I'm fucking horrible. You know, when I teach you guys shit and you do the opposite, God, dude, I'm the worst mentor on YouTube. I'm the worst. I'm the absolute fucking worst. I am so bad. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I tell you guys 57.24 and you fucking long. Help me. Help me. Let me be the student today. Let you guys be the mentor today. You tell me what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Tell me. Why do you long when I'm telling you, hey, we're probably going to go lower? Help me out, chat. Help me. Help me. What's his name? Who's that comedian? The short Kevin Hart, right? Help me. Right? What did I do wrong, chat? That's all I'm asking. You just let me know. Why do you do the opposite of what I say to do? That's what I want to know today. That's your question of the fucking day. What's good? I mean, Smiley, Toby. I lost my music. Natasha, Shay, Millie, Naruto, Josh, and Josh, were you the one that got funded today, or was that somebody else? Somebody else got funded today. And you know who got funded? You know who got funded today? Somebody who fucking listened to what I said. Somebody who listened to what I said, they got funded today. Wow. Go fucking figure. What's good, Hellspawn, Bell, Iberneth, Flaco, 2020, Edmundo, Bruce, Larry, Jordan D. What's good? Capitalist, any thoughts, feelings on the upcoming chaos we're gonna witness, we're gonna witness from the election in the markets and also the noise? Oh yeah. I absolutely expect top tier tomfoolery. I just made that up on the spot, by the way. That's an alliteration. Top tier tomfoolery. I like that. Was good, Z or Zai, Andy, Nikki. Yeah, I'm the worst. Exactly. See, thank you for that. Edmundo said I was actually considering shorting buy, not too soon, maybe last hour. Oh, considering short, yes. Well, you fucking should have. You should have. What's good, Mason, Crispy J, Mr. Young, and did I forget anybody else? Cameron's taking Twitter signals. Yeah, you're fucking gone. That Twitter signal have you in a fucking buy when you had the easiest time going lower. And the most fucked up part is we stopped 1 tick prior to 57.24. We went to 57.24.25 We missed that by 1 tick. I still think we're going to get that. But we did not hit that by 1 tick today. So, you know, the downside of being too precise. All right. I'm like DJ Khaled, suffering from success, you know? Maybe not. I don't know. I didn't take anything today, so I can't really talk shit. But I can definitely talk shit for you fading me. Because I keep telling you guys, fade me at your own peril. You guys don't listen. I'm giving you the highest probability shit that there is. And you're fading that. Right? Bruce? Longs. Oh, longs were so slow. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Because it's a... Well, I don't know about... We're in the middle of the range now, but at the time before this sell-off, the bias was short. Longs are slow. And I'll get into this in a minute too. You guys got to pay attention to that though. And I'm glad you did say that. The market was slow to go higher. Right. That's a bearish market. It was slow to go higher and it was real easy to go lower. Okay. What are you noticing here too, by the way? You notice anything in there while you're looking at it? Oh, anarchy? Damn. It'd be your own people. It'd be your own people. Jay Jones. Oh, Josh did. Okay, nice. Well, shit, dude. We gotta have some sort of positivity today. So let's do that. Let's drop a congratulations / birthday emoji for Josh on getting funded through Top Step. That's always lovely. I mean, I don't know if he saw my bias or not, but all I know, he was short on the micro side for ES and he passed his combine. So big fucking congratulations. You know, I'm all disappointed as fuck. And then somebody gets funded. It brings me back to life. You know what I mean? You guys had me fucking dead. Dead. Josh brought me back to life. Thank you. Finally. God. So we made it. We made it. I was almost stopped out by 1 tick on the day and Josh came back and we hit TP, baby. Let's fucking go. That's lovely. You love to see it. Dope hoodie. Thank you for that. I've had this one for a couple years. I think I got this one off of Amazon, to be honest with you. To be honest with you. Going bullish now. Good luck. Good luck. Actually, to be fair, it might, because in all honesty, NQ was higher here. And that makes this fairly strong. And then on top of that, we actually left these highs and the triple highs from the other day. So in fairness, it could go higher. But I'm sticking to my guns until proven wrong. So I'll either be off by a tick or we will get that level. And then I'm going to say I told you so like 10,000 times in a Discord. Just to show off. But, you know. We'll see what happens. Honestly, I think this could go either way because of NQ. So, but anyways, let's get into the business. And I might cut the stream short today just because I don't have a lot for you. And I've been working on some other stuff. Dude, I got some really cool videos coming out between, not today, like now, but basically between today and the end of the year. I have 2 really solid videos that I want to do. The first one, because I've put this off for so long, the first one is going to be that master class video on like the mistakes, right? The common mistakes that traders make. I'm still working on that one. It's probably one of my least favorite projects, to be honest with you, but I know you guys need that, and that one's going to be solid. The one after that, oh man, it's probably going to be single-handedly the best project I have ever put together. Because it's a lot, dude. It's a lot. It's probably going to be well over an hour video. And that's like with editing too. I can't wait to start promoting that for you guys. It's going to be fucking awesome. So I won't give you any details on that just yet, but I had to put that out there. And then after that, of course, I already have ideas for more videos, and they're just going to be awesome. I mean, this channel is pretty beefed up already, but you know, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it. We'll keep the ball rolling. 827 is right here, actually. Okay. So, what do you notice going in? We don't have to keep that on there, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I'm going to keep it up there for now. What do you notice about equities and then beyond that? You notice anything here? There's our open. Okay, so take a look in here. You see anything worth noting in there? Take a nice look. And I'll give you, well, it's not really a secret, but what did we talk about on Friday? I think it was secrets to the Y slime model. I had shorted the high of the day or whatever, or that might have been Wednesday. Man, I really don't remember. Anyways, I'm gonna give you, I think I might have shown you this before, but I'll show it to you again. What can you guys tell me about? Is there anything in here that's worth noting, worth looking at? Let me know in the chat. Oh, Shay Millie with the mitigation model. Yeah, dude. Mitigation model's fucking nasty. Nasty. I gave it out years ago. Does the like button not work? Don't ever buy a stream deck. Fucking never works. I was gonna say drop a like if you like the mitigation model, but the like button's not coming up. So that's wonderful. What do you guys see in here, chat? Come on. What do you see? What do we got? Equities open. We drop lower. Rallied. Retracement. Rallied. Retracement. Rallied. Then we start to consolidate. But what I usually don't talk about structure. I think structure is the most overrated thing there is. But if we were to, I guess, look at it, we have what? Higher lows. That's probably slightly lower, but generally we have higher lows and then we have lower highs after this run here. So what is that starting to form? What's that starting to form, chat? That good old bull flag, isn't it? Something along the lines of that. I know it's kind of like, you know, where do you really fucking draw it from, right? That's what everybody wants to know. Okay. Bull flag. Do you long a retail bullish pattern? Do you? If I told you 57.24 is my focus for ES, and I included to be careful, okay? I made sure I did that and timestamped it as the same minute to tell you to practice caution. So we're at what? 57.60s. So 57.24 is where? South. It means lower. So if we have a bull flag, but I told you before that shit even formed, 57.24, are you going to long a bullish retail concept? No. You're going to fade that. Now, how do you fade that? That's the question. Okay. Now this part to me is fairly easy, but I've only been looking at this way for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years, and it's fairly simple. Okay. if we were to look at, this is like one of the only times I would really care, I guess, about break of structure, if you will. And that's kind of like where this comes in. Okay. So what am I talking about? Look at it on your own charts. If you want to look at it, it's 10:18. Okay. 10:18 Central Time. So that would be 11:18 a.m. Eastern. All right. Go look at ES. Go look at 10:18. All right. This is going to, I promise you, this is going to be fucking magical for some of you. How do you know when to fade retail bullish concepts? Right? Despite there being equal highs. Well, or that might even be triple, actually, now that I think of it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay? You can short with equal highs. It's usually not the greatest thing to do, but it can be done. Okay? Why would we do that? Well, NQ was higher here. And we'll get to that in a minute too. But I want to go over the, I guess, the lesson for today. How do you know how to fade retail concepts? Well, despite the fact that I gave you that level, the only time I really look at, I guess, a structure would be this. Andy, it was more of a time thing. It wasn't because of a specific price level. It was just at 8:27 a.m., which was, price was right around the 57.54 50s. So we had that level from last week anyway, or from like 2 weeks ago. So it didn't matter what price was at when I had mentioned that. It's just, that's when I decided to say it. Okay. So what's happening at 10:18? Why would that be the super important candle? Well, remember, we're hella zoomed in, but again, I'm trying to share with you, or show at least, like, what's down here. Okay. If we look at the bodies, and the wicks too would have worked in this particular example, but if we were to look at the wicks, okay, the structure, if you will, would be that down candle and this up candle, or the close of the down candle and the open of this up candle, because they're the same right here. Okay, just like if we swapped over to a line chart, it's going to be that. Okay, because it's a closing basis. The line chart is based off of a closing basis if you don't change the settings. Okay, so that's that down candle. So at 10:18, again, this is really the only time that structure, in my opinion, is worth looking at, is here. Because remember, we're going to try and keep it at 10:18 and try not to move it too much. But we have 57.24, which is way down here. And it makes me look wrong. Like, oh, John said 24 and it's like rallying higher. No. That's the point. The point is, no pun intended. The point is, if it's going to go lower, it's going to go higher first. So if anything, you're waiting for the market to go higher to short it. So do we go higher? Yes. I just explained to you this was a bull flag, right? But at 10:18, that is when things change. Structure-wise, obviously. We make a lower low. Okay. Next candle does what? Not a whole lot. But what do we have left behind that the market trades into? What is that right there? What's that? That's an imbalance. Right there. Watch this. See ya. See that? Look at that. That's way up there. We had to get stupid zoomed in to go see that. But it breaks structure after displaying weakness. Okay. High of the day is at 9:24 a.m. Central. Currently, at least. I mean, again, we might trade higher, but you know, for sake of the lesson and what we're doing now, we trade lower right around 10:13. That's the I think that's the highest up close of here. Okay, so we have a lower high on ES. See that? There's a high. That's a lower high. And the formation of a retail bullish concept. So let's investigate NQ for just a second. Oh, what's that level up there? I don't know. Just some random shit I threw on there. Just some random ass bullshit I threw on there. There's 1013. So we have what? Not one higher high, but we have multiple higher highs. So that would be very similar to a 1, 2, 3 formation. Right? And it's trading up and into what? The very same levels I gave you last week. Remember all this shit in here? Remember that weekly gap, premium, and discount? Yeah. No, you forgot because you probably deleted everything like I do. And then you say, you know, fuck what John's talking about. So there's manipulation into an old gap. Okay. Yes, gaps can be utilized more than once, just like concepts. I don't really care for that, but the market doesn't care what I think. Okay. NQ trading higher into that old gap. That's distribution. Even though we have some highs up here. Okay. I'm not going to disagree. That is the case. Yes. But manipulation on Nasdaq. ES trading lower against Nasdaq. Okay. So this is like the biggest kicker. The whole point. You already know about relative strength. You already know about retail concepts to, you know, observe, like Tradehouse says, right? Observe the masses, do the opposite. So if there's a bull flag, but we're in a bearish market, how do you know we're in a bearish market? Because I fucking told you before equities even opened that ES was likely to trade lower. I gave it to you. Gave it to you on a silver platter. And you ignored it. So I'm not going to get over that. So fuck you guys. All right. So that is our lower high relative to NQ. That's weakness. Okay. Now, I usually don't mention this all that often. I did a long time ago. It was in that divergence video. Actually, that video might be in the smart money course that I did forever ago. It's on the channel somewhere. And I told you guys to wait for a divergence and then like play the next retracement after that. That video was years ago, like 4, almost 5 years ago. I made that. And you actually see that here. Believe it or not, you actually see that here. Weakness and then a shift or break in market structure. Then there's your imbalance. So that retail flag pattern was basically at 1018. Once that structure was, you know, break of structure, shift, whatever, that right there at 1018, that close at 1018, that's what tells you. That moment right there, once that candle closes. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that. I'm glad somebody remembers. It was a really old, is one of the, that video actually, sidebar, that video actually got circulated around because we recorded, it was like on Zoom and I was doing it for like some team that was overseas, like in Europe or some shit. And that video got like tossed around, which, you know, that's why I teach. I teach so you guys can learn. And that video really, I guess, spread to a lot of people, and I got known for that. That's one of the things I was known for, at least, but that was cool. But anyways, back to what we're talking about here. That 1018 candle, once that closes below that old low, or like this, not old low, but previous low right there, That's it. That's your signature. That is all you need. Okay? Are you hearing me? That is all you need to let you know this bull flag is done. They are going to cook everybody. And we'll put this on here again just to, you know, show you. Okay? That is your retail. Obviously, it's not perfect. And you have 1,000 people draw this and you'll get 1,000 different versions of whatever. But the general consensus is, oh yeah, that's a bull flag. And that got mollywopped at 1018, which means we're not bullish. We're fucking bearish. Remember last week and the week before that, I told you twice. I said, pay attention. And this is in the recording, by the way, too, on the micro fluctuations. I said, it's those small little movements that are against the direction you're trying to pick. I said, those will give you the best entries. Did I not say that? Of course I did. Of course I fucking did. It's in your notes too, right? Because you wrote it down. Yes. That's what that looks like right there. So in essence, you would have been shorting on the way up. You would have said, oh yeah, that's an imbalance on the way to, you know, 5720s, even though that's a long way away because we're in the 60s, you know? But then what happens? You don't trust it because why? Oh, well, what about these equal highs? And, you know, well, there was two, right? Equal highs. And then now there's, you know, well, there was never just two. Three formed after that. So you might think, oh, well, those triple highs are there. I don't want to short. Well, again, that was weakness for ES. And that was distribution for NQ. Okay, and then check it out. NQ, I didn't look at this until just now, but I want to investigate with this with you. NQ, it does the same shit. It does the same shit. Look at the closes in here, and if you need help, just look at the line chart. So, and honestly, this is, I mean, I usually don't try and brag like this is a badass lesson. I mean, honestly, I think everything I teach is fucking badass. But that's just because, like, bro, the shit fucking works, and you see that. Okay. You know how I always tell you guys, like, look at the leg, look how we got there. Did we create an imbalance on the way there or whatever? This is the last leg, right? This was the leg that sent us above old highs and into that daily gap, right? So we have distribution against ES. So out of this price leg, what is the lowest low, right? I mean, you have a real, that's a shitty low. Okay, that's ass. All right. But the one that's a little bit more distinctive is here. You see that? Now, I'm also not going to fault you if you used this one here. Okay, because you could argue, oh, well, there's some highs here and, you know, we ran that. Okay. Well, we're going to, I guess, back test, if you will. We're going to study both of these here. All right. Watch this. And this is the part that, like, everybody, like, you're going to jump fucking light years. Okay. That low, and we'll magnet so that way we make sure we get it on the right price level here. Okay. So 1018, same thing. NQ trades lower. Now, when we rally, we don't really trade into like an imbalance. We have one up here, but that's a breakaway imbalance. How do you know that? Well, at the time, I didn't even look at NQ, so I couldn't tell you. But based on it never trading there, that's a breakaway imbalance. The first one created in the opposing direction is usually a breakaway imbalance. Okay? You're welcome. It's not always, but a lot of the times that's the one you want to see either untouched or left open. You're welcome. So anyway, back to the point. That low is broken here at 1018. And then we trade up. And honestly, it's really hard to tell what exactly it traded up into. Without going to another time frame. Meaning like the 2 minute or the 5 minute or whatever. If we strictly talk about the 1 minute time frame, there's your gap here. And this was on the buy side of price delivery. We have shifted here. We did shift here below this low here, but notice that this gap, right, was bullish and then it became bearish. That's an inverted gap right there. What you sow, you shall reap. You remember that? Oh yeah, John, you told me to study when we have like the buy side and then we draw that vertical line and we look at what was on the buy side to be utilized for shorts. Yeah. Yeah, you remember doing it, right? Of course you did. That's an inverted gap. At the same time, okay? At the same time, 10:20. Note that, okay? Look down at the bottom of my chart. It says 10:20 a.m. ES into an imbalance. 10:20 NQ into a inverted gap. All right, pretty fucking cool. What about this low here? Oh, well, John, I would never use that low. Okay, that's fine. This one's more distinctive anyway. I feel you. I mean, look at it. You got all this shit in here. That's like the lowest one. Okay. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. We'll use it. Just relax. That low gets traded through here. See, it ain't by much, but that's definitely a close below, right? Okay, now we've shifted then. So if we're bearish, price should do what? Well, if this is a breakaway imbalance and this gap became inverted and we traded lower, what else should we respect then? In bearish markets, up candles get respected. There's your two bodies of the up candles right there. What's it trade into? The two up candles right here. The very next minute, we trade lower, back up into what? Up candle right here. See that? And then what happens? Off to the fucking races. What do you mean? Absolute dump for a new low here, a new low here, and a new low here. And almost made a new low day. It didn't. But do you need the entire move? Or is like a new low here or here or here? Is any of that enough? Well, shit, if you ever trade NQ, oh, you bet your fucking ass that's enough. It's $20 a point. So, yes. Or, I mean, I guess if you trade multiple micros, that would be fine too. But the whole point I'm telling you is, look at how much drawdown you would have gotten from any of this. Either from NQ in here, which a lot of you probably didn't look at that like, oh, there was any entries in here. You bet your fucking ass there's always an entry, dude. There's always an entry. You may not see it, but there's always a fucking entry. Okay? You can feel free to write that down too. There's always an entry. Just because you can't see it don't mean it's not there. Just because other people can't analyze the markets doesn't mean today's gambling. Okay? And I'm not one to talk shit, but, you know, there's like multiple people that are gurus online that said, don't gamble today. And then I come in here and said 57.24. And then we got that massive sell-off. So, you know, just because they can't predict price doesn't mean that I can't. You feel me? So, anyway, micro fluctuations and how to fade retail bullish concepts. Now, you could always, like in here, if you're within like that range, if you're within this bull flag and you're like, you know what? That looks weak because we made a lower high. You can still short. I wouldn't just YOLO short, but you could. You could say, okay, well, I'll short something in here. I mean, I don't know what you would have picked. There's no imbalances in here. I mean, maybe this gap or fuck, I don't know. But you could have said, you know what? We're at 65. Man, fuck it. I'll short it. No entry, just simply based on fading retail. You can go, okay. I mean, I've done that, okay? And like, no shit, I've done that. Anywhere short. Anywhere. All right, stop at the high. If that's a retail bull flag, that's not going to get ran. And because NQ is higher at the same time that ES is not, that is displaying weakness. And again, we're looking for downside. So either way, a YOLO entry, which I never want to teach you how to just YOLO in, but you know, if you're going to do it, at least do it right, I guess. YOLO entry in there based on fading a retail, or I guess a little bit more professional way is to wait for that low to be broken and then play that retracement to go down. But yeah, ES definitely made a new low of day. I mentioned that in the Discord, by the way. I said, oh, new low or new intraday low or some shit like that, because we might not have gotten 57.24. And guess what? We didn't. Again, I said this earlier, we stopped one tick shy. So technically I wasn't correct, but that doesn't mean there wasn't shorting opportunities in there. Okay. That doesn't mean that at all. So, you know, that's what that looks like. Fading retail patterns, how to do it. I just gave it to you. And yeah. So I think that was all that I had for you. I'm trying to think. I didn't like gold or silver today either. I didn't like either one of those at all. And I don't even think I bothered. I think I looked at Dow like once and just threw up. So that's that. But yeah. What questions you guys got before we hop off? I'll probably cut it a little early today. And, you know, finish up some of these outlines. Because real quick, that's the thing, chat. That's the thing. Like, as an educator, every year, I always want to try to do something that's bigger than the previous year. You know what I mean? Like the masterclass video, the market maker models masterclass, okay? The 4M video. Probably one of the greatest videos I've ever done. Personally, just based on the amount of topics, the amount of value that you get in an hour and 6 minutes. I can't name another video that I've done in an hour that was able to fit as much stuff in there. That's what I mean. So I think that video tops anything I've ever done previously. So now I want to top that video. You get me? And that's hard, bro. That's because the videos either has to get longer or I have to cover more stuff in a shorter amount of time, and that's usually not what you want to do. So I'm telling you, not the mistakes one, like the common mistakes video. That one's gonna be good, but that's not gonna top that one. But the video I outlined yesterday, dude, I spent like 3 hours outlining this shit, by the way. Just so you know how much time actually goes into this shit. I sat there for like 2.5 hours doing a bunch of stuff, and I ended up doing a lot more than that later on in the day, but I spent hours and hours working on it. I spent a couple hours this morning doing it too. That's why I said in the Discord, I said, you know, that's going to be my focus for today, more so than, you know, trading and taking positions. Because I want to finish that stuff. I'm telling you, it's going to be sick, dude. It's going to be absolutely insane. And yes, it'll be free. It'll be free. Okay. How do you approach US election weeks when trading? Do you wait until after the results before you take trades? Do you reduce the risk throughout the week? Do you only shift the approach on election day? Nicely, Brad. I just read that. I do the same shit. I would say off the rip, yes, reduce risk. I would either reduce risk or not trade at all. And it looks like both of them are making higher highs intraday. So I'm just watching it for now. Reduce risk, absolutely. If you want to stay out, that's fine too during an election week. I actually tried to put money on it, but I guess this app, they're not letting me do it, which is bullshit. But whatever. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, is it, is Republican going to win? Is the Democrat going to win? I don't know. I think either way, there's going to be some cheating going on. There's going to be some, I mean, bro, this one dude like burned a whole ballot box. These other, people are posting videos of them clicking on a certain candidate that's not going through. I've seen people post videos of them having a paper ballot, but there's like a dot in one of the candidates. So if you mark a different candidate, your vote will be invalid because it looks like you tried to vote twice, or like you voted for two different candidates, so it like won't work. Like there's all kinds of shady shit going on. So you don't really know who's the actual winner. You don't know. And they're going to count a bunch of people's votes that are dead already. And that's usually on the Democratic side. Sorry if you're offended. I'm not actually sorry, but your party does that bullshit. So, it is what it is. Republicans aren't perfect either. Don't get me wrong. But there's a whole lot of Democrats who vote that are no longer here. You get me? So it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. And that's kind of another reason I wouldn't go super deep with the betting either. I tried to bet, but that's what you're betting against. You're betting in an election that's not fair. I mean, it's just like price, right? Price is manipulated, is controlled. But we're in an environment, trading as a whole, okay? We're in an environment where we know how it's manipulated. We know when, we know where, we know how, we know all that shit. Who, what, where, when, why. So that's different than an election that only happens, every 4 years. But look what happened. Look what happened in 2020 or 2016. One of the two, something like that. Or 2015, whatever it was. A whole bunch of just tomfoolery. Bunch of overnight votes flooding in. And then I remember even don't let anybody tell you that the history is different, okay? Because I remember this shit. Even in the months after, there was people posting videos and pictures of mail-in ballots that they found that were thrown away. So a bunch of people that voted and they never counted. So again, it's just going to be a whole lot of shady shit. And, price is going to do similar things. But price to me is way more beyond predictable than an election. You see me nail the shit every week. I don't nail every trade, but every time that I give you a bias, I would say 8 times out of 10, it's going to where I'm saying. Because it's controlled. That's what we like. But the election, that's a different ball game, dude. That's an entirely different ball game. Yeah, Jordan, that's horrible. People putting their whole life savings on the election bets. The payouts aren't bad, though. Some of them, at least. Like you put up $100, you get back like 180 or 175 or something. I mean, it's almost doubling your money. It's not terrible, but yeah, if I only had $1,000 to my name, I would not be putting money into that at all. And yeah, Edmundo, I don't know, bro. I don't know. the current PM session, right? Let me see. So the way that I view it at 12 is here. So we haven't really done a lot. I mean, that sell-off this morning, or like at the tail end of the PM session before lunch, that was beautiful, right? Just straight carnage lower. Beautiful, easy shorts. And now, I don't know. It has shown strength here. It showed, you know, distribution here. So we can, honestly, we can go either way. We can go either way. But this here to me is exactly what is now considered low probability conditions. Okay? If you'll allow me to brag one more time. When I told you 57.24, that was this morning. Okay? So that was before the dip, before the bull flag, before the fact that we stopped one tick below the lows, and now we're back in the range. So now that we've had all these candles print, we've got more information to work with. But this to me, our current Monday low, that to me is engineered. That's got to be engineered liquidity. We've been talking about that the last couple months, right? When price just does what? When it just stops right before something on a higher time frame, right? And that's why I told you 57.24, because what was it, last week and a week prior, on Wednesday of whatever, the 23rd, I pointed out those lows here. And today, we literally stopped one tick shy of October 2nd's low. So on an intraday basis, to me, and again, this is just obviously speculation. That to me is saying, okay, we paused right before a higher time frame objective. So anyone trying to long this afternoon, I mean, it looks okay. Like there's an imbalance here that got respected to go higher. Okay, cool. But compare the long positions here and compare that to shorts from this morning. The being on the long side is very lethargic. It's slow. It's taking a long time. That's what being slow means, right? And that's just not fun to be in, right, Bruce? Right? It's not fun to be in. I hate that too. And that's exactly what the quality of a bearish market is. So what I think is they're trying to just sucker in buys, push out anyone who was short this morning, right? As it's going up, they're going, oh, fuck, don't come back to my entry. You know, let me just secure profits, whatever. So I think they're trying to push out whoever's short. I think they're trying to get longs in, right? Have everybody jam their stop to the low of the day. And then if they pull some bullshit, they're going to whip it to the 20s, probably below that, just below those lows. So that's what I think is likely for ES. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. What would make me wrong? To me, NQ. Okay, to me, NQ. There's a similar idea, but it's different. So like, let me take everything off of here so that way you can see it, and then we'll close this off. We ended up making it an hour anyway. I can just talk forever. So that's like the one thing me and all my exes had in common, right? All right. Enough bullshit, John. So the 20,008.5, okay? That level here is similar to like the lows on ES. They're low resistant lows. I think I mentioned that last week. Same thing. So today we did go lower and we paused like a couple of points just shy of that. And we did something similar this morning, but on the upside, right? We have the triple highs up here. We have these almost equal highs here. And we rallied up just shy of that to go lower. So this to me could go either way. It could go higher for all that liquidity up here, but we have liquidity down here too. This is exactly the type of market. I don't have my laptop open, but if I did, I would close it. I would absolutely close this shit and say, you know what, I'll come back tomorrow. I mean, if the election is tomorrow, then I wouldn't do that. I would just say, you know what, I'll just sit on the sidelines, or I'll paper it, and that's it. I would absolutely not trade NQ for the rest of today. And I probably would not trade ES either. But if I did, I would probably try to short. But I would keep the risk very small because there's a chance we could go upside. So in short, pun, I favor shorts, but we could go higher. And so for that, if I can justify both sides, that's a no-go. Okay? So that'll be it, chat. That'll be it. Target for a midweek, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Part of me thinks we'll have a Tuesday low of the week. But I don't try to do that. I don't usually try and say, oh, Wednesday will be the low of the week, or Tuesday will be the low of the week, or high of the week. I don't try to do that. But I'm getting that feeling that Tuesday might be the low of the week. I'll write that down for my own notes and I'll see if I'm right, but I probably won't be because I'm just not into that. If I'm trying to be right, I'll wait for some high probability. If I just have speculation, like, oh, I feel like it could be this, it looks like that, but I don't have high conviction, then that's one of those instances that I'm not going to brag if I'm right, or I'm not going to hit myself, blame myself if I'm wrong. Like, oh, you got it wrong. It's like it's really more so a guess. And there's a difference between just guessing and then having conviction, having probabilities. There's definitely a difference. If I traded this PM session here, I would be guessing. What I had this morning, 57.24, that was probabilities. Big difference. Okay? But yeah, that'll be it for today. I'm going to get back to writing and outlining some more content for you guys. Dude, I'm telling you, between now and the rest of the year, there's only like 60 days, a little bit less probably. But if I can get these done, dude, there's going to be some really good content coming out. I'm telling you, bro. It's like, I think it's solid enough to like put ads on it, like to dump some money into ads on it. That's how confident I am. I'll throw money behind it. So, but yeah, y'all be good, man. We will, fate permitting, be here tomorrow again. November the 5th, Tuesday. We'll have some fun there. And yeah. So in closing, just try to be safe this week. Okay. Trading always involves risk. This is probably not the best week for traders, especially if you're a beginner trader. Trading during an election, I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay. You saw the Sunday gaps on currencies, or at least for dollar and euro, so just be mindful. Okay. Don't be afraid to not trade. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah, I didn't take a trade today. I didn't take a live trade today. I took a demo trade, but I didn't do anything live today. So there's nothing wrong with that. When in doubt, sit out. All right. So be blessed. I'll see you guys tomorrow.